And the first player here in the blue pieces, he is the Blue Terran from Shopify Rebellion. Put your hands together for Byun.
And of course we have the red Protoss player playing for Dragon Phoenix Gaming. It is Hero.
Alright, so I like this. I mean, Hero knowing the playstyle of Byun as they have faced against one another throughout the years. He knows the playstyle of Byun, so I'm going to go ahead and go for that quick scout, making sure that there is no proxy against Byun. And if there's anything that we learned tonight, Byun is very, very capable of proxying.
Oh, definitely. You know, my nightmare actually didn't come true earlier, Snoopy, when I was afraid that every single game we would see from this point on would be standard. That was not the case. We did see a proxy here and there.
Yeah. That's pretty good for us. Always nice to have a kind of a balance between macro and cheesy games, right? I mean, you want those long, epic macro games, but at the same time, sprinkling in some early game cheese, always fun to watch.
Oh yeah, definitely. Now, of course, you don't have to proxy to be a little bit aggressive. We do see Byun coming up with the concussive shells opener. I think that the probe is not... It's actually going to be denied the scout, probably. Yeah, this Marine is definitely going to take care of it. So these Marauders... I wonder what the plan is. I'm pretty sure Byun is just going to walk them across the map, try to see whatever damage he can get done.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, he's got the second and third racks underway, and it looks like we're going to have ourselves a 3 racks opening, and I like this. Now, did that Adept see the second rack? Nope, it only scouted the first racks, so looks like Hero will be in the dark for the time being.
Okay, this is really interesting. You see how the 2 Marauders are actually being drawn into the back behind the mineral line, and we do see quick stim as well. So this is going to be a 3 racks opening, but with the variation that it already has concussive shell and 2 Marauders. So this is going to be like a sort of enhanced 3 racks timing. This is fascinating. Wow.
Yeah, this is going to hit hard for sure. Even throwing in a engineering bay. Will he wait for +1 to finish before attacking? That's going to be a good question, but so far, Hero's still not able to scout what's up. He's trying to scout with the depth shade, but yes, depth shade only has a limited amount of vision, so okay, he will have at least the first sight of these Marauders for the first time, so maybe he has some suspicion.
I'm pretty sure in Hero's mind alarm bells should be going off right about now. I mean, we do see the probe. Yep, there we go. We do see a shield battery up front. We see the Robo Bay already about to complete. I would not be surprised if we saw maybe an Immortal, that kind of thing. Yep, there we go. We do see the Immortal on the way. But what is going on the other side of the map? We do see Stim finishing, and it looks like the... Oh, yeah, you're right. It's going to be a full bio... Like, this is not just an enhanced 3 racks opening. This is like, you get stim, you get combat shield, and you get concussive shells. You get +1 attack. Wait, no, there was +1 attack, but it looks like it was canceled in favor of the starport, I believe. So yeah, this is just going to be a full, like, fully upgraded bio timing. I do like the hallucinated Phoenix, though, just sort of confirming where the army is, confirming that, hey, the bio is still at home. So I'm not being attacked at this very moment. But yeah, I mean, if I were Hero right now, I would be very confused.
Yeah, I think he's like playing overly safe as well. He's like knocking that dirt nexus. He is going straight into a good chunk of gateways. Actually, adding more gateways. He's going.
Oh wow!
Yeah, he's going for a time push on his end, throwing down the Templar Archive. Yeah, he's going to go for an Immortal Archon charge lock kind of army composition as the charge just got started.
You know what? I like this a lot. I actually really like this. It's just it's going to be interesting to see how it times up against the bio because the thing is if the bio hits, for example, right before charge finishes, right before the gateways finish, then it's going to be a problem, but that's obviously not the case here as the gateways are going to finish well before the bio gets across the map. Now, I love looking at the minimap. Hero has stalkers basically everywhere on the map. So he knows pretty much exactly, he knew past tense pretty much exactly where the bio army was, and it looks like Hero is going to have to watch out for this double drop, and that's basically it. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be timing versus timing here in this game.
Oh man, this Artosis Pollen gets absolutely shut down, sniped down, and that will depower 3 of the gateway units. But Hero's army is in position, so it looks like he will go ahead and shut this down with relatively little losses. But he's still got to worry about that frontal attack, as the majority of Byun's army has stemmed up at the front. Now, of course, the observer does see the move out of the units, so he knows that there was at least a potential of Byun attacking at the front. But yeah, it looks like he will kind of stabilize, but TeaDragon, I'm still not seeing a dirt from Hero, so I'm not sure if does he continue this or does he start transitioning into
Man, it's a tough call. I mean, how many gateways are out on the map? We see 8 whole gateways. At that point, like, the game should already be over one way or another, right? By 8 minutes, I would say. Like, you're on 2 bases. You are all in for all intents and purposes. But it looks like the bio will be coming across the map instead. And it looks like maybe it was actually good that a third Nexus wasn't taken. But yeah, here we go. We do see the front push coming out for Byun. We do see the sentries getting some pretty decent force fields, but I don't think it's going to be enough. That Archon is going to go down. Storm is not done in time. Looks like this bio is actually going to be enough, just barely, to break through those key Archon Immortal, like high-tech units. Not maybe high-tech, but just sort of like more expensive units, but the bio is going to get cleaned up eventually by the Zealots. Not after taking down a War Prism as well, so pretty decent with the micro is Byun. Yeah, I don't know. I'd say that, Hero needs to make something happen now, but this is not how you do it. Hemorrhaging Zealots, hemorrhaging an Archon. Yeah, this was not a good push.
Yeah, he's I mean, all his High Templars were resetted, so he had to wait for the energy to kind of gain on those High Templars before he can move out and attack. But even if he attacks, I mean, it's going to be pretty hard because, like you said, he kind of sacrificed a lot of units earlier on. Now his army supply is really down below here. Looks like Byun's going to go ahead and... Oh, actually, decent storm. Oh, actually, nice storm. But pretty much all the energy has been depleted, so this is pretty much it.
Yeah. The supply is just too far in favor of Byun. I mean, he's got more bio at home. When did he get ghosts? I'm so confused. Look at those EMPs. The bio is just shredding through the gateway units from Hero. Yeah, this is not enough. I mean, Hero, it was a good try, but yeah, it was just very lopsided. The engagements were a little bit weird. It was only Byun really making good moves with his bio. Hero, unfortunately, was not able to, ever amass that huge sort of force that you need with Zealots, right? You need to be able to overwhelm the bio to the point that the bio just cannot stand and fight. Yep, GG is called. Byun is going to take this game.
Alright, first Reaper making his way across the map. Now, I didn't expect Byun to go for the 3 racks again because this map a little bit larger. The pathway is a little bit longer, so it makes sense that Byun doesn't go for that quick 3 racks. Instead, just open up with a Reaper, send across, and just kind of scout around. Now, of course, we have seen Protoss wall off this cliff area. Takes a pylon and like 3 buildings. Or actually, you don't need the pylon, just 3 buildings. But Hero instead gonna go for a kind of a little bit of a semi-wall here at his main base instead. So we kind of see a little bit of a deviation in terms of the playstyle between him and maybe someone like Creator that played earlier.
I like the use of the 2 Reapers and the Hellion. It's a bit more of a Terran versus Terran sort of opener, but hey, I mean, you catch out this Adept, you basically get it for free. Oh! No way, I actually saw the Adept animation, the firing animation, but it didn't finish in time, and so the Hellion actually died before the Hellion was picked off. That was a very interesting interaction.
Yeah. And this Lucky Reaper, my goodness, he actually makes it out alive, which I feel like it's a miracle. It's like if your little island got nuclear bombed and somehow you're the only one that makes it out. It's like, wow, that's impressive.
Oh yeah, definitely. I was about to make a joke about that Reaper having seen things, but the thing is, if we're trying to be as accurate as possible to the lore, I'm pretty sure the guy in that Reaper suit does not care at all that a bunch of his colleagues were killed, because I'm pretty sure that Reapers, out of all of the Terran infantry units, are probably the craziest, right? To be able to fly around all the time and use pistols instead of a rifle. Like, what other unit would be willing to use pistols? It's very, very funny in that way.
Yeah. By the way, DHMKJPP asks in the live chat, is the barcode Creator? Nope, this is Hero. So this is the Hero, the Protoss, the lowercase HER and then uppercase O Hero. Of course, back in the day we had the Team Liquid Hero with the different player, but yes, this is the Hero that just came back from the military.
Okay, it looks like Byun is just going to go ahead and transition into a very standard 3 racks opening, along with the 3rd command center up in the back. I like that a lot. So I feel like in recent years, as people develop the meta more and more, one thing that stays consistent throughout the years of the meta changing, you can cycle through different unit compositions, you can cycle through different strategies, but one thing that I found very consistent, at least in Legacy of the Void, is quicker and quicker base timings, right? So for example, I could be sort of spitballing here, but I feel like in 2019, for a Protoss to take a 3rd Nexus before 5 minutes was considered quick. Nowadays, if you take it at 5 minutes, that's actually considered quite late. And then, for example, we've got the quick orbital commands, that kind of thing. And overall, I find it very impressive, because that sort of skill transfers down to the lower levels. It's not just the pro players. The entire player base is improving basically daily. And I think that's such a unique phenomenon.
Yeah, the base timings kind of sometimes go through a cycle. It's kind of interesting to see when players normally take their bases, and of course, like you mentioned, players getting better and better, so they're taking their bases a bit quicker. But by the way, thank you to Astrea and a micro fast SC2 in the Twitch live chat. Looks like they've subscribed to the channel, so thank you for supporting Alpha X. Definitely appreciate all the love and support. In the meantime, we do have these Sphinxes kind of poking in here, and actually getting really over eager. Wow,
just flying right through the Marines. Also the Raven was able to drop a couple of auto turrets as well. Wow, just about, I'd say about half of those Phoenixes got shaved off, so that is definitely not good for Hero. Of course, the rest of the bio is still alive, and yeah, these Zealots are going to have to do a lot of damage to make up for that. These Widow Mines are going to get off some pretty nice hits as well, and the bio is going to be able to force a choke point at the supply depot wall. And all of a sudden, these Zealots have to turn tail and run back.
Yeah, that was a nice little kind of a supply wall there, allowing him to mitigate some of the charge lot surface area. And these Widow Mines doing some nice work. There is a tank in the back. Let's see if these Sphinxes lift them up. But they might not even need to, as a lot of these charge lot are dwindling in their numbers. This tank doing so much splash damage. Really well done there by Byun.
Yeah, Byun is definitely holding quite well. Now the thing is, his opponent Hero does have a pretty significant bank, right? So he's able, or he did have a pretty significant bank. So he will be able to actually keep up this pressure for now. You know, we do see another round of Zealots being warped in. And overall, I think that Hero's goal is to keep Byun off of that third command center for as long as possible, because he himself does actually have 4 bases up and running. Looks like this is just the straight 2-gas build. I love it. All of the gas going into the Phoenixes. Every single other resource, being the minerals, are going to go straight into Zealots. I mean, why not? At this point, why not, right? I love it.
It looks like Hero strategy is just to throw wave after wave of charge lot. However, at some point, it is going to go ahead and run out of momentum, especially since Byun has 1-1 while Hero has like no upgrades even on the production. So I don't know. He's basically relying on quantity over quality at this point, and a lot of these Sphinxes has basically run out of energy. So he's gonna go ahead and you might want to go ahead and just sit back a little bit, replenish the energy. But nope, looks like he's just gonna go for it.
Ooh, I really don't know about this. Every single wave, every single progressive wave of Zealots that come through. You know, for example, just now 9 SCVs went down, but the thing is every single Zealot went down, and the Bio army is pushing further and further ahead. The third base has not been contested for a long time now. You know, if I were Hero, I would prefer to just wait, maybe get another couple rounds of Zealots and try to do one all-out attack. But now that the tank is set up here, the Widow Mines are also set up, the Bio is healed back to full health, this is going to get a lot more difficult for Hero, so I think that he is planning to transition into something else. He did take the gases at his 4th base, so he might be planning to transition into a more well-rounded army.
Yeah, I think that's his best case scenario, or his best option right now, because I do not see this charge lot force breaking this very, very fortified third base of Byun. Looks like Byun will go ahead and try to get some snipe, but it looks like he gets caught out in the middle. But oh man, he's gonna go ahead and start pushing back here. Yeah, the charge lot number is just going smaller and smaller.
Well, yeah, this is. Yeah, I mean the Byun can keep fighting, which is pretty good. Widow Mines are gonna get excellent hits, obviously, but in just a couple seconds, we're about to see 2-2 Bio against +1/+0 Protoss. And that is definitely not a good thing, right? Especially when you've got Zealots, which are, of course, melee units. Ooh, nice pick-off on the Widow Mine. Obviously, it's not going to be enough, but these Phoenixes are doing their best.
Yeah, not only is the upgrade troublesome for Hero, but the army composition. I mean, Byun is slowly but surely building up an anti-Hero, anti-Phoenix, anti-Charge Lot army with the Widow Mines, the Ghosts, as well with the EMPs, pretty much draining the Phoenix energies. Yeah, I feel like in the next minute or so, Byun is going to have enough to just push across the map. I mean, he has survived wave after wave after wave of charge lots and Phoenixes, and it just, you know, Hero's just not able to break him. So Byun is going to go ahead and start feeling confident enough to start moving on across the map.
Okay, we also see a couple of oh man, I really don't know about this. I would much prefer these be Colossi, because, you know, when you've got disruptors trying to engage with the enemy unit, but then you've also got melee units which are also trying to jump on top of the enemy, you can guess what probably happens, right? The disruptors might get a little bit of friendly fire, but here we go. Now is the time to see what exactly is going to happen. There are no Zealots engaging at the front. First, Disruptor is not going to be able to hit anything just yet. More Zealots are being warped in. 2 more Disruptors are on their way. So I think that Hero, at the very least, if he does plan on... Ooh, a very nice flank with the Zealots. If he does... He's actually going to clean up this Bioforce, which is a pretty nice pick by him. If he is planning on going into Colossi, he's going to wait. Yep, there we go. We do see 2 Colossi on the production tab. And it looks like he's going to be transitioning into a more... not standard, but a more stable sort of Blink... Stalker plus Colossus based army, and I do like that a lot. I think that he's being a little bit too risky there, right? We do see the Widowmine picking off yet another Phoenix. I don't think that Hero has to do much here, right? Hero can just lay back, like, you know, maybe get a War Prism, be able to set up some drops, that kind of thing, but this is just a little bit too risky for my liking, especially with this fragile of an army.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to kind of keep Byun on a limited amount of bases, trying to poke here and there, while he just expands like crazy. I mean, he's right now on 5 bases to the 4 bases of Byun, so he's doing nicely. At least he's transitioning into something else besides Phoenix and Charge Out, right? I mean, he's got some a little bit of disruptors, not a lot, but at least some, and he's also adding in those Colossus. Which should do consistent splash damage. And here we go, this disruptor not quite getting...
Okay, a pretty decent hit on a pretty big chunk of the bio right there. It looks like the Phoenixes are going to be comfortable enough to try to pick off a few more. Zealots are going to engage for just a second, but the Colossi, the Sentries, and the Stalkers are here. Is this the moment that the bio finally is broken? I am not too sure. Those Widowmines are, you know, an excellent deterrent, of course.
Now the thing is, right now, as Hero is adding in those Colossus, you know, Byun not able to really transition to Viking production because, of course, those Phoenixes. So he's relying basically on, you know, the majority of his Ghosts and Marauders, but only now is he realizing that, okay, maybe, yeah, this is just too much Phoenix and Colossus. I might need to try to at least make some amount of Vikings, but looks like the kind of the momentum is swinging towards our Protoss as his micro is just absolutely crazy.
Oh man, okay, look at that. More Zealots are coming in. Yeah, the micro is there, right? But I just, oh. Man, another Disruptor hit. Now, it looks like the bio will pick off a lot of the high-tech armies. They're actually going to pick off all of the Stalkers and a majority of the Colossi. Can this last Colossus hold? I don't think it will. Very cute pickup micro with the Ghosts as well, but with this next warping of Stalkers, I don't think that the bio is going to be able to hold too much longer. Wow, Byun is really making a really good game of this, I have to say.
Yeah, I mean, all of a sudden, I mean, it is just basically Byun's kind of MO to just be behind, and then all of a sudden he just bursts out and go into God mode, and just completely changes and swings this game around.
Yeah,
he looks to be in a compromising position, but all of a sudden, he cleans up all. He basically resets all the Colossus count, cleans up all the Disruptor count as well, and now he's the one that might actually go ahead and just outright kill Hero. He has that 3-2 upgrade lead. The +3 just finished for the Protoss, but he still has that upgrade lead, and he still has a lot of army supply left over.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, when the supply, you know, while it is a little bit even, it's still in favor of the Terran, and that is not a position you want to be in as the Protoss. Now this Bioforce is going to walk up the ramp. The Disruptors are in position. Oh, excellent force fields. Oh, a lot of friendly damage as well, guaranteeing that just as many Zealots die as Marauders. There are more Disruptors in the back. More Zealots are going to be able to warp in. But look at this huge Bioforce. It's a little bit overstimmed, you know, pretty low on health, but it is going to push on through. Back up the ramp, taking down more Protoss units. Oh, the Disruptor not able to find its target, and I don't think that Hero is going to be able to hold this one.
Yes. This is... Oh, actually, maybe Disruptor? No. Actually, Byun's doing a really great job, kind of separating from these disruptors. Oh man, even those 2 Marines, even taking out that last disruptor. Signal to death. You're gonna get your wish. You'll go ahead and bring up the units lost, and you can see 179 Zealots being killed throughout this whole game.
Oh man,
this is absolutely insane. But you know what? Gotta give it to Byun. He microed the hell out of his Bao units as he usually does, and even against the disruptors, which is really hard to do. But unfortunately for Hero, he did not reach that optimal amount of disruptors where he can kind of just shoot out continuous, disruptor balls. And so Byun actually was able to, just like stem forward, snipe off those disruptors, and was able to also micro away from it as well. So yeah, this is a really great display of micro from Byun once again.
Wow, I just learned something new. I don't know if you noticed that, Snoopy, but it turns out that Novas don't damage. They damage friendly units, but they don't damage friendly disruptors, apparently.
Yep,
you did see that
correct.
one Nova going down. Yeah, wow. I'm learning new things. That's amazing. But of course, I think that this is game. Yep, GG is called, and Byun takes game number 2.
So I don't know about you, but every time I introduce Hero, I have that hero. I want to be a hero song in my head. You know the song?
Yeah, definitely.
Or I need a hero song. Yeah, it's like I need a hero.
I think that is probably the Protoss national anthem at this point, right? A lot of high-level professional level Protoss players, showing up in any significant capacity since who was it? I think it was Stats that went to the military. A lot of Protoss have either left or just have not been showing as good results as, for example, the tippy top tier players like Serral, Maru. Actually, yeah, if I recall correctly, the Illegal Act rankings have Maru as number 1, so he's a Terran. And then the next 4 players, so the next top 5, right? So it's the top 5 except for Maru. They're all Zergs, if I recall correctly. So there's like Serral, Raynor, Rogue, and Dark. And then after that, we get Zest. The last time the Illegal Act rankings. So I'm pretty sure, if Hero comes up and he becomes the hero of the Protoss, I'm sure that would make a lot of people quite happy.
Oh yeah, for sure. And also with the rumors of Zest going off to the military soon, I mean, the Protoss lineup is going to start depleting. It's going to be up to players like Hero and Zoun, maybe even Creator. But yeah, there's definitely going to need. There's going to be an opening in the Korean scene for top Protoss player. But nice definitely. Widowmine there does get a crucial hit on that Oracle, so nicely hidden there. The SAV's kind of hiding a little bit.
We do have these 3 adepts trying to, do whatever damage they can on the low ground. They will actually get onto the high ground. Yeah, a bit of maneuvering by Hero, meaning that more SCVs in the main are going to get picked. Ooh, actually not too many. I forgot that Widowmine still exists. Very nice.
Alright, so all in all, 4 probes, 4 adepts, and 1 Oracle going down versus the 1 Widowmine, 7 SCV, Hellion, and 2 Reapers going down. Of course, there is a second Oracle out and about.
Now, what do you think of investing into a second Oracle? Would you say it's worth it?
Yeah, I mean, usually you see two oracles being made. Sometimes three, although I think more often than not it's two oracles. Because you could use it to revelate and see where your opponent is. Also, you can help revelate those Widow Mine drops if the Terran player does go for an armory quickly. To make them the Widow Mine invisible. And then also you can kind of place stasis traps so that if there is a move out by Byun, which is not uncommon. I mean, Byun really likes those timing attacks, that you can kind of place the stasis wards, stasis traps, and kind of catch their units. So yeah, Oracle's pretty useful against those.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, as we see right now, getting a tag on the bio and the high ground, making sure that the Stalkers know exactly what they're dealing with. And I don't think that the Stalkers are going to get too much done. Obviously, as is quite common in this matchup, they're just going to try to hold back the Protoss. They're going to try to hold back the Terran, try to do whatever damage they can. Oh, are they going to be able to burn down Combat Shield, actually? Yeah, they will be able to, and the recall is immediately forced. A lot of probes have just gone down due to the Raven, and a lot of those Stalkers did get picked off by that tank on the high ground. So, all in all, I don't think that went too well for Hero.
Yeah, I would have preferred Hero to blink back before he recalled, because a lot of the Byun units was able to get on top of the Stalkers before they actually blinked out. Because of course, blink does have a little bit of a delayed cooldown before they actually recall. So lost a bit of Stalkers there, but we'll finally be able to clean up that Raven with the Phoenix.
So it looks like we do have a 1-1 timing coming up for the bio from Byun. At the same time, it doesn't look like he's, for example, committed to a 5 racks or an 8 racks. Not that an 8 racks is possible at this point in the game, obviously, but
Yeah.
he will throw down the 3rd command center on the low ground, and I do like that move a lot. At the same time, he is initiating a double drop in the main base of his opponent. However, Zealots are already on site. Will they be able to? Okay, so the bio is mostly picked up and accounted for. At the same time, the main force is going to hit right before 1-1 finishes. Ooh, nice Widow Mine hits. The double drop is still going on. Very interestingly enough, they're going to find a little cranny, little nook right behind the gateways, making sure that they are actually untouchable for the moment. Only Stalkers can be able to shoot over the warp gates. But yeah, this nice little two-pronged by Byun, making sure to keep his Protoss opponent on his toes, trying to pick off whatever units he can. I don't think that Hero actually lost any probes. Looks like he's still ahead, 55 probes to 50 SCVs. Oh, but Hero, I don't know about this. I don't know about chasing. Yeah, looks like it's going to cost him a lot of Zealots.
Oh, and a lot of important units as well. I mean, Byun during these engagements has been able to take out the Oracle, the Phoenix, some Sentries as well. Of course, a lot of those charge lot, which, I mean, the charge lots are more expendable, but I mean, those important units, the higher gas units, don't want to lose them this early in the game. A nice force field that will go ahead and segment some of these infantry forces. Just waiting for those shield batteries to finish, though.
Ooh, is this going to be enough? Widow Mines do get a nice burrow, so they're going to make sure that the Protoss can't push too far forward. Actually, probes are going to be pulled off the line. A shield battery overcharge was popped, but that shield battery was also popped as well. More Stalkers are being warped in. This is really not looking too good for Hero.
Yeah, it's Byun is just looking so damn good. So good that it almost seems like he's beyond stoppable.
I love it. Okay, we do see another warp in of Zealots. At the same time, Byun is gonna go back home for now. I like that move a lot, right? Be sure to never overextend. Or maybe it's a move to actually bait out the stalkers. I absolutely love the intensity of micro at higher levels, right? Because the higher level you go, the less time is spent looking at your bases and macroing, and the more, or well, not the less time spent macroing, but more time is spent looking at your army than anywhere else, and that takes a lot of skill to be able to, you know, play StarCraft properly, and at the same time micro your army properly. But of course, if you can achieve that, then you can achieve basically anything in this game.
Alright, looks like we got another skirmish here in the near the watchtower area. I'm not sure about this chase down. I mean, he's chasing down very close to Byun's base where he has a better reinforcement point. And these Immortals not gonna be able to retreat. I mean, once they get caught off with those concussive shells, it's pretty much dead. There's no war prism to lift them up into safety. So heroes got to be very careful. I mean, at this point where he's almost like 50 army supply, over 50 army supply behind, he's gonna have to pull out some sort of miracle, and I'm not sure he's gonna be able to do so.
Ooh, these Archons are gonna take a lot of damage, actually. Shield Battery Overcharge is popped once again. I like the use of the Archons as a tank. Obviously, that's what they're there for, but, you know, if you're not able to damage any of the bio at the same time, I don't think this is looking too good. Ooh, a second Widowmine hit actually does get the Archon, or almost gets the Archon. Nice pickup micro with the War Prism, but the rest of this bio is still alive, still kicking. You can see just how much Byun has been engaging by how little energy the medevacs have, right? This is indicative of just how much he's been stimming, of how much he's been engaging. Is this the moment that he breaks through? We do see another Zealot warp in, but the supply just keeps going on in favor of Byun. And I don't think that hero's going to be able to hold for too much longer.
Yeah, I mean, Byun's got to be careful though. He's you know, he doesn't want to overdo it. I mean, man, a lot of his medevacs and army is so low in life. You might want to just go ahead and just like replenish the energy first before he dives in there. But at this point where he's like 50 supply ahead, I was like, you know what, maybe you know what, it's not the worst idea. I mean, he can't afford to lose some army and still be ahead. However, he doesn't want to give it that little glimmer of chance here for hero. Neat, beautiful EMP there. Oh man, yeah. Beautiful connection by the Widowmine as well, and he is gonna go ahead and charge on forward. Byun, he is gonna sweep hero 3-0.